Hello again, class 631. Yes, sir. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you? I'm ready. Are you? Vocabulary, la viuda negra. Vocabulary. List 12, page 136. Según. Depende. Según. Well, there are three ways of saying según. It depends on the context. No. Según is according to. Yes, that's one way. Según. Según Marta. Según Marta, estoy cansado esta mañana. Me veo cansado. According to Marta, I'm tired this morning. I don't agree. I feel energetic. I feel full of energy. But according to, según Marta, in opinion de, in Marta's opinion. According to Marta, I feel tired. I look tired today. Okay, fine. That's one way. Según. Okay, según llegaba, etc. As it was coming. Según se acercaba el avión, me di cuenta de que no bajaban las ruedas. Okay. As the plane was approaching, yes, I realized that the pilots couldn't lower the wheels. Yes. And then the other one, lo haré según salga el tiempo, según, depending on, según sea nublado, o sea, esté nublado o claro, depending on the weather. Depending on, but here it's according to. Enfoque, planteamiento, approach. Me gusta tu enfoque. ¿Cómo planteas esto? I like your approach. ¿Cómo deberíamos? También como verbo, abordar. To approach es una aproximación, como el avión. Like the plane is approaching. To approach is acercarse a. But to approach a abordar un tema. Mira, tenemos este tema. ¿Cómo hemos de abordar este tema? Y resolverlo bien. How should we approach? Claro, nuestra aproximación. From this angle, or boom, or just boom. Or you can solve problems this way. It depends on your approach. Según tu enfoque. Depending on your approach. All right. Approach. Referente a, concerning. Concerniente a, concerning. Regarding and concerning. I recommend concerning or regarding. En cuanto a ese tema, con referencia a ese tema, en relación con ese tema, con relación a ese tema. Concerning. Simplificar la vida con concerning or regarding. Porque concerning, muchos hispanohablantes o españoles tienen concerning. No. Regarding that subject. Regarding this subject, regarding this microphone, regarding the subject of my shirt, regarding anything, regarding the political situation. En cuanto a la situación política, concerning the political situation. Concerning, regarding, incómodo, inoportuno, inconvenient. ¿Quieres venir aquí? Mañana. You want to come here. It's not very convenient, you see. This is a small studio, and we bring people here. It's a problem, so it's rather inconvenient. Inconvenient, poco oportuno, inconvenient. Convenient no significa conveniente. Conveniente es poco como advantageous, o sea, ventajoso para mí, me conviene. But convenient means cómodo, oportuno, cómodo. Yes. This television studio is in the offices of Vaughan. It's a new studio. It's very convenient for Marta to have this studio here. It's muy comodísimo. Marta works about 5 or 7 meters from here. Okay. So she has no problem. The previous studio, she had to catch a taxi or take the metro. Take the subway for a period. And so we've transitioned. First, We had it here, then outside, then back here. All right. So now it's very convenient. It's very convenient. Convenient. Tengo una farmacia a 15 pasos de mi portal. I go downstairs and there's a pharmacy. It's very convenient. It's very convenient. And there's a supermarket on the other side. And just next, go out the door, supermarket. It's very convenient. In fact, estas tiendas en Estados Unidos, como las tiendas que hay en las gasolineras, are called convenience stores. El nombre genérico for 7-Eleven y otros is called a convenience store. Tienda de conveniencia, no, tienda de comodidad, because it's near your house. So it's convenient. It's convenient, inconvenient. A largo plazo, long range. Solo lanzamos misiles de largo alcance. Okay, we only launch long-range missiles. We never launch short-range missiles. Long range, long term. Long range puede ser misiles o similar, cohetes, long range. Long term is de plazos de tiempo, long term. A long-term debt, deuda a largo plazo. Short-term debt, long-term debt. But this is long range, de largo alcance. Significativo, meaningful. It's very meaningful. The possibility to come here is very meaningful to me. It means a lot. Significa mucho para mí. It means a lot to me. This program means a lot to me. Maybe. I don't know. But Richard, you can't live without teaching English. Yes, I can. I've been teaching English for 48 years. I can certainly stop. If I stop completely teaching English, I guarantee you I won't miss it. I adapt easily. Significativo is meaningful. Monja, nun. Nun. Escrito nun. N-U-N, nun. Yes. I remember visiting the Las Descalzas here in Madrid. And it's big. It's very interesting. But there are only 6 nuns living there. And they're beautiful. 6 nuns. Yeah. And I went to La Vide in the province of Burgos, not too far, about 20 minutes straight east from Aranda de Duero. You drive from Madrid to Aranda de Duero, you turn east, 20 kilometers maybe of La Vide. Very tiny village, population 20 people, but there's an enormous monastery. Beautiful. And there are only 11, I think, Benedictine monks living there. Yeah. Good life, eh? Well, they live in a beautiful place. La Vide. I recommend you visit La Vide if you've never been there. All right. So let's go on. Where am I? Monja, nun. How many nuns are there in your family, Richard? None. How many nuns are there in your company? In this company? None. Well, how many nuns are there under the table? None. No hay ningún monja aquí, ¿no? No has metido una monja. There aren't any nuns under the table. None. Entonces, la pronunciación del monja, nun, es igual que none. Parecinones. None. De ninguno. None. Se escribe none, pero se pronuncia como monja, nun. How many nuns are there under the table? None. Can you imagine a nun under the table? All right. Obvio, obvious. It's obvious. I mean, that your English isn't perfect. I can hear you making mistakes. It's completely evident. It's obvious. Obvious, obvio, obvious. A gabardina, overcoat. Yeah, sobre abrigo. O sea, overcoat is gabardina. Yes, an overcoat. In Latin America, they have a different word. Un sobre todo, algo así. ¿Lo has oído alguna vez? Él lleva un sobre todo. Yeah. No cojas mi ropa. Sobre todo, mi sobre todo. All right. My overcoat. To wear an overcoat and to put up the collar. If you're a spy. you need to wear an overcoat. You put up the collar. All right. So an overcoat. Jubilación, retirement. Jubilarse, to retire. I am enjoying my retirement. Yes, I retired 4 months ago. And for the moment, I'm enjoying my retirement. All right. Tejado, roof. Fiddler on the roof, fiddler on the roof, fiddler on the roof. Violinista en el tejado. It's a very good theater production and a very good movie. Fiddler on the Roof. It's a story of a Jewish community in Tsarist Russia. In La Rusia de los Zares. In Tsarist Russia. Fiddler on the Roof. Violinista en el tejado. But Richard, violinista in English is violinist. Yes. Violinist is a person who plays the violin in classical music and in orchestras. Outside of classical music, normally we say fiddler, a fiddle. This is a violin. You know, I'm holding a violin, you know, and I go do 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 do. All right, it's a violin. Now, if we use the violin for country western music, pop music, or rock music, or we usually call it a fiddle. Fiddle, fiddle. You know, that's a fiddler. It's a fiddle. Fiddler on the roof. El tejado is the roof. Alguna gente dice roof. Roof. El rufo. En Texas dicen el rufo. Voy a reparar el rufo. Okay. Voy a ir al rufo, pero necesito mi troque. Necesito mi camión, my truck. ¿Dónde está el troque? Tengo que ir a reparar el rufo. Yeah, voy a mandar el troque a la casa para reparar el rufo. All right. You can hear this in Texas. All right. However, in Texas, the Mexican-American population with a good education speak beautiful Spanish. They speak very, very well. Yeah, very, very well. All right, tejado es roof. Hasta ahora todo bien. So far, so good. So far, so good. Sí, dice mucho esto. ¿Qué tal todo? Bueno, so far, so good. Hasta ahora, bien. Yes. Yeah. So far, so good. So far, so good. Oriente Medio, the Middle East. The problems in the Middle East. Yes. There are always problems in the Middle East. The Middle East is Israel, the Palestinian question, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt, Iraq, Iran. That's considered the Middle East. Yeah. Sometimes if a person comes to me and says, Oye, Richard, ¿qué tal hoy? I say, I'm worried about the problems in the Middle East. Worried about the problems. I've been living, the problems started 100 years ago, the problems in the Middle East. But especially in 1948, because in 1948, the United Nations granted statehood to Israel. Statehood means que es un estado reconocido por la ONU in 1948. And that was the first Arab-Israeli war. There was another in 1956, 1967, 1973, and then small skirmishes, escaramuzas, since then. But the last Arab-Israeli war was in 1973, La Guerra de Yom Kippur. And just after it, the oil prices went up. All right. The Middle East. The Middle East. Debería ser Oriente Cercano más que Medio. Because really, it's the Near East. The correct geographical situation is the Near East. Cercano Oriente. Because Middle East sería Afghanistan y Pakistan in the middle. Central Asia. But we say the Middle East in reference to Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Egypt. Egypt is really in Africa. It's not in Asia. But part of Egypt, the Sinai Peninsula. Peninsula is the Sinai. The Sinai Peninsula is in fact in Asia. but most of Egypt is in Africa. But people often include Egypt as part of the Middle East question. All right, the Middle East. Trueno, thunder, yeah. Thor, el dios del trueno, the god of thunder, Thor. Yeah, I've never met Thor, but I've met Thor's father-in-law. I have. Conozco el suegro de Thor. Yeah, she's looking at this guy's crazy. What's his name? He's married to Elsa Pataki, right? The Australian actor. What's his name? Liam? Oh, I can't remember. I never remember his name. Elsa's father comes to my master classes. Yeah. And so I've met, very nice man, wonderful guy, wonderful. Very interesting person, a very nice person. So I don't know Thor personally, but I know Thor's father-in-law. All right, my claim to fame. Trueno's thunder. Thunderstorm, todo junto, thunderstorm, is the most common expression in English for una tormenta con mucho aparato eléctrico. Truenos, rayos, centellas, no centollos, right? Okay, thunderstorm. Confundir is confused. Me estás confundiendo. You're confusing me. You're getting me mixed up. I'm mixed up. I'm totally confused. Total confusion. Yes, confused. Yes, I'm to confuse. Negar o desmentir, deny. Ahora, negar, que no lo hice. It wasn't me. Yo no he sido, I deny it. Richard, Mr. Vaughan, yes. Where were you on the night of the 11th? I don't know, I don't remember. You know, it's interesting in these movies and on these special documentaries about crime, they say, where were you on the night of the crime? And say, well, when was that? January 17th. So, I have no idea. You know, and then he looks at, I don't know. Probably I was at home, but I don't know. And I've never been asked that question. The police have never interrogated me, asking me for an alibi. An alibi, curioso palabra en inglés, se escribe alibi, con B, alibi. Pronunciado alibi means coartada. I don't have an alibi. I was at home. Well, fine. We'll check with your wife. No, I was at home alone. Well, we need to prove. How can you prove you were home alone? I can't prove, demostrar, that I was home alone. All right. So, I deny any involvement in the crime, in the homicide. I deny. To deny is decir que no. O sea, desmentir que no es verdad lo que... O negar tu involucración, por ejemplo. To deny. To refuse es negarse a hacer algo. Me niego a que seguir usando esos lápices. I refuse to continue using those pencils, but I deny. I deny any responsibility. I wash my hands like Pontius Pilate. I wash my hands of any responsibility. I deny. Diseñar, idear, concebir, to devise. Esta palabra. This is an important word, to devise. Devise, escrito devise. To devise something means ir conformando algo. Dicen to devise. You know, to devise something, you know, I don't know. I can devise, you know, that looks like the yoke in the air, la yugo las flechas, right? I can devise something that looks like that. Of course, I can devise something that looks like the cross, you see. Devise. You know, it was interesting that when the Spaniards, especially Cortés, reached Mexico, of course, they had priests as well, and the priests carried the cross in front of the Indians. It's a very simple symbol. It's very simple. Muy sencillo el símbolo. Because of its simplicity, it had a powerful effect on the Indian psychology in Mexico and then in Peru when they went around like this. Can you imagine? The Indians had never seen this Maybe they see this or this, but they never seen this. And it was a powerful symbol. Complete simplicity in the symbol, but it was a powerful symbol for the Indian population the first time they encountered Europeans. All right, diseñar, concebir is to devise, hacer hincapié, to emphasize, enfatizar, to emphasize. I want to emphasize the importance of improving your English, to emphasize. Quiero poner énfasis in. I want to place the emphasis. The noun is emphasis, like in Spanish, emphasis. No emphasis, emphasis. Con en, pero en inglés es em, emphasis. I want to place the emphasis, to emphasize the importance. Subrayar, to underline the importance, to emphasize. Proporcionar is to furnish. También es amueblar. Furniture, los muebles is furniture, furniture. Furniture is muebles. And to furnish is amueblar. Yes. I have a house, I have a flat I need to furnish. Yes, we haven't furnished it yet. We need to furnish it. But to furnish also proporcionar, proveer, to furnish. Pero se usa más provide or supply. Furnish must be para amueblar. All right, castigar is to punish. No me castigues, don't punish me. Es punible, punishable. Punish, te voy a punir. No, te voy a castigar, I'm going to punish you. Punish, punish, punish. Yes. Hey, Richard, did your primary school teachers punish you? Well, it depends on your definition of punish. Yes. But like this, no. They didn't punish this way. Corporal punishment in primary school, I never. In secondary school, yes, I remember. Two of my teachers, the woodworking teacher and the metalworking teacher. When I was 12 and 13 years old in my first year of secondary school, I had the first semester, one of the subjects was trabajo de metal, metalworking. And the second semester, trabajo de madera, woodworking. When I was 13 years old. And the two teachers were tough guys, and they had a paddle. Yeah. And if you misbehaved, you'd bend over. You had to bend over, bam! Oh yeah, but it was normal. Éramos muchachos, éramos chicos que íbamos a encajar eso fácil. Yeah, it was easy because boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. My generation was not as hypersensitive as the current generation. It was normal, expected. Yeah, my generation. But the teacher, my first grade teacher, punished me. I don't remember what I did. De primero de primaria, I was only 6 years old. And my first grade teacher punished me and said, Ricky, go and stand in the hall. The hall is el gran pasillo del colegio. And when you're little, everything is big. Everything is big. And so I had to go out and stand in the hall. It was completely quiet. All the kids were in class. Nobody was in the hall. Sepulchral. Long hall. And I was standing in the hall. I was only 6 years old. Nobody. But in the distance, maybe 100 meters, a man came out and started walking in my direction. El director del colegio, the principal, was coming. I recognized him. And he was 100 meters, he was coming in my direction. Coming. And it was, and the hall was, it was like an echo chamber, coming to the echoes. For 100 meters, 50 meters, 40 meters, 30 meters, and he sees me in the hall. He looks down because I would have, Miko, why are you in the hall? And I said, I was talking in class. And he says, well, next time don't talk in class, okay? Okay. And he continued. So I thought I was in trouble. but I wasn't. All right, so let's go on. Castigar is to punish. To punish. Rechazar is to reject. También turn down. Turn down is cuando rechazas una oferta, to turn down. But to reject, I reject your offer. I turn down your offer. I reject. She rejected me. Ella me rechazó. Siento un rechazo. Rejection. To reject, responder o contestar is to reply. Se usa más para carteo, el reply. To respond, to reply, to answer. Con la palabra answer cubres todo. Answer. W muda, no es answer. Answer, answer. I don't need a reply. I'm sending you this email, but I don't need a reply. Don't worry about answering me. All right, una réplica, una respuesta is a reply. Saltar o omitir, saltar omitiendo, to skip. Oh, I skipped number 16, I'm sorry. Oriente Medio. No, I didn't skip it. I said Oriente Medio. Middle East? No, I didn't skip that one. I skipped this one. Hacer hincapié. No, I didn't skip that. To skip is saltar. On purpose or accidentally. Skip it. It's not important. But don't skip the next class. See you tomorrow.